New Marathon documentary. What the is even that? We're back. Oh my God. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. New Marathon documentary. Let's see what Bungie has to say. It's been a while. Let's see what Bungie has to say. Let's get straight into it.
Players want more challenge. The whole point of an extraction shooter is that you're challenged to even survive in this world.
We heard loud and clear from the alpha. The world didn't feel dangerous. The world didn't feel lived in.
Tau Ceti 4 to us is this place that really doesn't want you there. And that sort of survival narrative really fits really well with the kind of world that we're creating.
The world needs to feel like there is something sinister underneath the surface, even when the colors are really bright.
You should not be here.
We want to marry the classic Bungie game feel, where you are blasting stuff in the face and it feels amazing, with the sort of high tension of the survival genre.
It looks good. I don't know. It looks
you
good.
Want good loot, you have to go to places where you're taking risks, either risks from other players or risks from AI.
So we have all these tools now, Rook with Prox Chat,
Scavenger
and the
mode.
way the game works, and
Wait,
sort of
proximity
how tense
chat.
it is. I think all those things work together really well.
They added proximity chat.
You have another Rook. Come on, stop that. No. Sorry.
They added it. Whoa, a grapple character? Okay. A grapple character? Okay, Bungie. What are we doing? Somewhere in the heavens. Chapter 1.
The Marathon ship is essentially a ship that we sent out from Earth, an Earth that was overpopulated, to explore and colonize a star far away that we call Tau Ceti. In a lot of ways, it's like the tale of humanity trying to go out into the dark void of space, find a place to colonize, and failing.
Off the rip, the game looks visually better. Like it looked more like a cartoon.
Terribly at
It's
it.
way better.
Everyone's gone, something catastrophic happened, and it's not just their absence that's important, it's the things that they left behind.
The modern race to Tau Ceti all started when a mysterious signal came through the galaxy.
The turmoil that sort of ensues gives rise to all these corporations that were invested in this Marathon project, now going, what happened? How do we recoup our investment?
And then layered on top of that is the greed and corruption of all of the different factions and corporations and revolutionary groups.
We're starting to
In
see
our version of the world, we send
go.
people out, not just to discover what happened,
that.
but also to collect from the things that remain there, and those people are runners.
As a runner, you're a biocybernetic mercenary who's traded their human body for a biosynthetic one.
You're not an unkillable god slayer.
Holiday
you
Holiday.
are a mercenary.
Whoa, that's a new character.
Disposable mercenary. You will
That was
live,
a new character.
you will die.
They are not people. You are the person. You go into that shell and adopt the personality matrix that is specifically designed to help you do the thing that you need to do. And you've been hired by these factions to come to Tau Ceti to scavenge it for anything that might be of value.
As a runner, you've left your body behind. You've traveled light years so that you can have access to the ultimate payday.
With extraction shooters, it is all about survival. There are other people who want the same things that you want, and it's up to you to best.
Oh my God. I'm nerded out.
But there's quiet periods where you're listening for the anticipation of something. Could there be another crew in the distance? Did I just hear a gunshot?
Okay, not gonna lie, without all the, it looks a lot more bare bones as far as like artsy and the designs on stuff and the like, ever since that lawsuit. I'm just saying like those ramps would have had some words and stuff on it.
Did I hear?
I feel like it's
just
been
a
clean.
word?
A little buddy. A little buddy.
And
That's
then there's the
dope.
loud, bombastic
That's
action
fire.
moments where the minute something is alerted, the minute you're in that fight, now it's go time. Players particularly pose a lot of danger to you. They can make a lot of decisions that you might find illogical and completely trick you into scenarios. Sometimes the best loot box is another player that you see along the ride.
So crispy now.
So there's a few different ways you can play the game.
It looks so
one of them is you can play in group, both with your friends and also through
That's a new character on the right. I don't know who that. We don't know who that is.
You can play solo, and you'll jump into a game with other solo players.
In solo, I think the stakes are a bit higher, right? You have only yourself to rely on.
You still have prox chat, so you can call out to other solos, but you are playing a tense alliance game where it's really up to them whether or not they decide to honor or respect that alliance you might have created.
It's all about figuring out what's your investment, what's your stake, when to get in, when to get out, and when to kill the other guy. Being good at Marathon is like playing poker with guns.
You're on that welcome here, chapter 2.
One of the things we've really focused on is making sure the environments are selling the tone we want to hit with the game.
We've brought a little bit of groundedness, a little bit of grit, a little bit of darkness, a little bit of that mood that kind of is necessary for an extraction shooter to feel dangerous.
Our biggest goal has always been player immersion.
Why am I smiling? Why am I smiling?
Trying to keep everything as believable and realistic as possible.
So we cranked up all the material responses, feel accurate, feel realistic. You'll get gloss, you'll get crud and mud. And no one of those things is all that sexy, but when you layer in just a little bit more, responsive to light, a little bit more responsive to the player, things will part, water will pool. Layer in all these different things, the world becomes much more alive. It feels like a real place. And then when you're feeling like a real place and you feel in danger, now your run matters.
I look back at some of the alpha shots, and it's kind of hard to tell when it's sunny or when it's rainy. Weather feels like weather now. But like when it's sunny, you get this really nice bleaching effect. It feels bright. It feels warm when it's sunny now. I feel like we're just celebrating that color so much more. I think it just contributes to the whole effect.
So we have dead bodies in the game now. We also have decay on the runners themselves. You'll actually see them fall apart. We're actually dropping the body. The body stays there and the body slowly decays over time as you leave it.
So you come into a room and you see a bunch of carnage, but you see one body is still pristine.
Yeah,
you know that their killer is probably close.
Someone's there.
And you are not safe. If everybody is just a messy goop, you're probably okay.
Oh, that's fire. That was...
Audio's a huge game.
That was in the initial reveal as the blood and the gore of the runners, but in the alpha and the playtest that was not there. It was kind of gone. It was super cleaned up, and they added it. It's so
gameplay component in Marathon. Every sound plays a function.
What's with these games in the pile of birds that just sit around and then when you run past them, they all squawk and let everyone know where you are? What's with these games in the birds? I blame Apex. Wait, does Apex even have birds? Hold on, wait, hold on.
Footsteps tell players everything. It's telling you what is the type of threat that's around you. Where are they at? Are they above you? Are they far away? Are they close by? So if I'm in bioresearch and I hear a particular material type, I know, hey, they're on the second floor and they're in this room. Our hero is the world. So we're constantly trying to figure out where can music help reinforce what is the vibe and intent of this place.
There was the discussion about the interaction between score and sound design. And I wanted to create a score that wasn't
big-ass
just
glasses, my G.
full of instruments you've heard before. The job was,
okay, wait, who's this guy? Because I gotta follow this guy immediately.
It wasn't just
I gotta follow him on
music
everything.
Help reinforce what is the vibe and intent of this place.
There was the discussion about the interaction between score and sound.
Ryan Lott.
Design. And I wanted to create a score that wasn't just full of instruments you've heard before. The job was, how can I make what I'm seeing, this race to survival, even more nervous and even more terrifying or even more thrilling?
Fire. Chapter 3, a graveyard without headstones.
And each one of those zones has its own sort of approach to kind of level design and what it asks players to kind of think about and do. You're gonna start with perimeter. You're kind of on the outskirts of the colony. It's a little more spread out. You got a little bit more areas to be safe and to sneak around, but it's also a little more straightforward.
It really brings this sense of scale. It sits like in our fantasy as expansion site for the colony on the very edges of where they had settled on Tau Ceti. UESC are also there trying to understand what has happened and secure the area. Death is a part of Marathon.
It looks different.
It happens a lot, even on perimeter, which we talk about as a more friendly zone to new runners. You are still gonna die a lot.
Attention, unauthorized runner. You are trespassing in a military security zone.
Oh!
It was really important to us that the UESC were not trivial to fight.
When you face them on Tau Ceti as a runner, you are the outlaw. You are trespassing.
They have a little bit of this haunted tone. So you can see they have this floating locomotion, they get these sparks, they have these sigils over their faces. Sometimes their behavior feels almost like they're possessed a little bit, like are they taking in commands from a remote AI? The elite tier is sort of like this dark blue. The mini boss tier is more like a lilac. The boss tier is just gonna be dipped in red.
They have these tendrils that latch out and reach onto you and start sucking away at your consciousness.
You're getting into marsh, you're starting to understand something bad happened here, and you're seeing signs of that in a way that wasn't apparent on perimeter.
And it's this strange alien entity that has erupted up out of the ground.
Oh my.
You're really feeling signs that this is more of an epicenter of where things went wrong on this colony.
It's got a different style of gameplay. It's more like a central complex that is rich with overlapping areas and regions that you can find yourself kind of bleeding from one encounter to another.
It's a great map to go in when you just want some action, and you're gonna need somewhere to farm.
Each map has different weather systems, it has different dynamic events that can happen, and your approach to them is never going to be consistent.
One of the needs that the design team thought that we should have is more challenging PvE activities.
Each of our zones has these bigger events that don't happen every session, but when they do happen, you'll know they're happening.
Building these types of events into the world shake up your run and make you decide, like, what do you want to risk?
I'll risk it all.
Then you get to Outpost. An Outpost is a more functional, thriving UESC facility. There's scan drones flying overhead. The UESC's everywhere. There's tripwires. There's a weather hazards. It's a lot of stuff you're up against from the get-go.
Outpost is a smaller map, but it's also a lot more vertical. It's built around a specific building that we call the pinwheel.
This is just this meat grinder of a structure that's like a building that has nooks and crannies and hallways, and it just becomes a real, real cluster when you're in there fighting.
The floor is raised on Outpost and nothing is free. The pinwheel hosts some of the best loot opportunities.
Oh, new character.
But it's noisy, players are gonna know you're doing it, so there's extra risks.
The character you're gonna spend the most time with is the zones. Understanding each personality of every zone. That's the storytelling every player gets.
Every time you're on the planet, you can look up and see the ship floating and looming in the skybox, reminding you of why this place even exists, but also reminding you that something up happened here, and you got to figure out what it was.
Chapter 4, Death is the first
Marathon
step.
has a lot of loot in it. It's a huge pie. There's a ton of different implants at every rarity. There's a ton of different runner cores. For each runner, there's over 400 weapon mods.
Over 400
it's just
weapon
an
mods.
outlandish number of items to collect.
There's going to be a really interesting period of discoverability where players sort of figure out what are the pieces that I have available to me, how do I get them, and how do I put them together into something that's awesome.
You can go through and look at how many iconic weapons have come from Bungie. And it's something that we really want to hold up and
Triple burst,
make sure
BR?
we're matching that.
Okay,
legacy.
okay.
Visually, they're
Marathon
all
shotgun?
really distinct and clearly Marathon, but we wanted animation-wise a majority of them to feel recognizable. So when you put them in your hands, you knew how to use them.
Mods will basically allow you to increase certain stats on the guns, that battery SMG. The gold mod, full-blown, turns it into the Needler.
Turns it into the Needler?
The sidearm is a gun that is effective in close quarters, but maybe not too much outside of that. But the gold mod on this gun puts a suppressor on it, and then when I kill something with this gun, I turn invisible.
What?
And then that lends it to other build crafting if I want to sort of stack into how invisible can I be.
Even some weapon mods can improve stats and your runner shell's capabilities. So there's lots of different ways to raise the floor of your stats so that you're coming into each run
I love it. I love it. I love it, Bungie. Marathon lives. Oh my, revives. Okay, that was cool. That was cool.
Runner shells are a bioprinted body that you inhabit when you go down to Tau Ceti to scavenge the ruins of the Lost Colony. Each of our launch shells is really an archetype.
New runners, new runners.
So if you want to play like a frontline tank, if you want to play
It's been a while.
to sneak around, if you want to find
We're back.
we have a shell for you.
The idea there is like, have a broad spectrum that everyone can kind of find a little bit of a home to, and then we're gonna build on top of that.
Cores and implants mold the kit into a playstyle that you want.
Can we customize our character? Yes or no?
So examples of those are like, on Thief, I get a second grapple. On Destroyer, I pull out my Riot Barricade, and as it takes damage, it's actually converting that damage into shield back to me.
Oh, fire, fire,
These
fire, fire,
can be
fire.
used in combination with each other to
cool.
shift the gameplay
That's pretty
style
cool.
of your runner kit.
At any point you feel like you don't want to risk anything, or maybe you're down on your luck and you want the opportunity to get back, Rook's your guy.
Rook is a prototype
online.
shell. It's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress and run about and try to scavenge as much as possible.
If you are going in solo to a run that's already in progress, you don't have a team, you...
Okay, they're making it like they're making it very much a point that the round is in progress.
Have a very limited loadout, but you're not risking anything. This lets you kind of get in, grab a little bit of loot, and then bail.
So when you get like a really powerful gun or implant or core, it is unlocking some new space or new challenge that you've never done before, and loot is helping you reach greater heights.
Okay, the loop is the challenge. The loot is the challenge. It's chapters 5. Their whispers betray them. Oh.
Faction agents are such a big vehicle for tone and narrative for the world.
Each faction has their own
faction on the
motivations, their own desires, the things they're going to ask you to do.
We've got Traxxas. They're the most powerful corporation in human history. They have very long arms and very deep pockets to kind of get what they want.
So they might ask you to go and find specific weapons or mods.
Congratulations, runner. Your last performance evaluation was rated on track.
If you're a PvP player, one of the factions is called Arachne. They're essentially a death cult. What that translates to is that they're asking you to go and kill other runners.
The sacred thermodynamics of violence.
Mida is all about destruction. They are going to give you grenades, they're going to give you claymores, they're going to let you blow the place up.
And they are irreverent and dangerous. They might ask you to upload this malware into a UESC dropship, and as it leaves, it explodes and careens off into the distance.
We have big plans. Explosive, visionary.
Each of our factions has an upgrade tree that you unlock progressively as you gain reputation with them.
And along the way, you're going to unlock these capstones that are these special upgrades.
Okay.
When you unlock that final capstone, you're gaining access to the best stuff in the market. You're getting gold items.
In addition, these faction upgrades can increase your runner's base stats, and those base stat upgrades are permanent for the rest of the season.
Okay, so this is like our wipe, like our traits that carry. I'm guessing there's gonna be a wipe.
Access denied.
End of the season, he said.
Did you miss your last round of maintenance?
Don't search. Don't dig. Don't question.
Darius?
Access denied.
Hey,
Access
it's
denied.
okay. It's just me.
You're not alone.
The Codex is a suite of achievements, collectibles, audio logs, things that you're finding in Run that we're going to track for you over time. The more you find these items, the more story you're unlocking about them and what their role is in the world, why they're
Burger,
here,
did you see that? Hold on.
cared about them,
Hold on. I gotta come back.
about them, and
Burger, mouth. Friend mouth. What? Tastes like meat. Isn't.
what their role is in the world, why they're here, who cared about them, why they're as valuable as they are.
I'm repeating myself with these entries, but any fears inherent in the scope of this endeavor seem unfounded.
Within the
Wait,
Codex,
is this a
there's
place
whole
we can
bunch of
walk
stuff
around
you
or
can
what?
unlock. Runner skins,
Skins!
weapon skins,
Weapon skins!
charms,
Charms!
stickers,
Yes! Stickers!
emblems, backgrounds for your profile, and titles.
So it's everything from your first steps on the world of Tau City 4, all the way through to becoming a Vidmaster and taking on the most extreme challenges.
Vidmaster challenges. Chapter 6, they are waiting. Watching, waiting.
The marathon ship is the hardest place to survive in this game. And if you're not ready
They're
to
showing
take
off
your
the
best
marathon
stuff,
ship.
you're not going to survive.
Don't show the aliens. Don't show the aliens. Don't do it yet.
It's like a heist.
Don't do
for a
it. Don't
runner.
show the
Cryo
set.
is big in and of itself, but it's also cold.
Don't
It's
do it.
also hostile.
It's going to test every aspect of the survival game. Probably going to be forced to run to players in ways you haven't been on other maps. You're going to run into basically every type of environmental threat you have faced before. You're going to fight a who's who of the highest tier UESC units, and the UESC are there in this presence you haven't seen before.
It's really cool because each of the vaults is more successively challenging than the next. And that 7th vault is where you both are going to get the coolest thing, but also where you're going to learn the most about what happened to this place.
At some point in your journey in
7th
Cryo
floor?
Archive, you might start wondering if the UESC are there to keep you out or if they're actually there to keep something else in.
Oh! It's locked up. Did you see it was locked up?
I think the thing that I'm most excited about for Marathon is getting into the hands of our players.
The biggest thing I want people to take away from Marathon is that it still feels amazing. It still feels like it has that spark.
It takes all the aspects that I think Bungie is really good at. First-person feel, gunplay, the super deep, crazy sci-fi lore, and it mixes up all those things together in a really amazing PvP package.
It really comes down to every single discipline that's working on the game. The animation has to be good, the sound has to be good, everything has to be working in harmony.
That's when the controller fades away, the screen fades away, you're just immersed in the world.
That is what we're trying to live up to with Marathon.
It is a mad dash. I'm not going to front about that. It's a mad dash to the finish, but that's when you got to put in the elbow grease and the extra sweat and blood it takes to get this done.
Sir, we're back.
Dude, what is this? What is it? 5 people in the extract. Dude, what is this? What is it? 5 people in the extract.
Oh, we're back. March 2. Oh, that's in 2 months. Oh my God. Marathon is back. It's alive. Coming March 2026. Whoa. What day? What day though? Oh, we got to get ready. We got to prepare, y'all. Oh my God. We got to get ready. We got to prepare. Let's launch it. Let's launch it. What? No. Don't launch it. Don't launch it. Don't launch it. All right. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I can't believe it. We're back. It looks so good. I'll probably have some more videos breaking down Marathon, that ViDoc. Oh my gosh. We got 2 new characters. We saw almost every map, even the Marathon map, which looks completely nothing like before, which is dope. Man. Insane. I can't even think straight.